Hey family, hello butterfly family. I'm doing another missing person reading. This was a requested missing person reading. I believe they go by Empress. Oh, I forgot. Oh my god, I should have wrote it down. Hold on 1 minute. All right, I apologize. I had to pause it. They go by Empress Black Tarot. Another reader that had watched one of our previous readings. Thank you, sister, for your support. And she also mentioned to me about this case concerning, at the time, she was 38 years old. Her name is Jewels Sykes, and she went missing February of 2023. So I think it's going on, 2 years now. I think she went missing February the 2nd of 2023. And it just stated that, she was last seen with her boyfriend, okay? As I stated in all of my readings, I have to stay balanced and neutral and be in my heart space. That's the only way, that's just me being led by the spirit and not be going by, um, as far as me trying to add my own thoughts and feelings. I just want to stay neutral. But I did get a head start in this energy reading. Let me just say that I did. I used two. I used an oracle deck, a crime oracle deck, and I also used my homemade deck. Now let me say this real quick. I had did a reading a while back on another female that went missing, and I had somebody that hit me up saying, you using those homemade cards, y'all can be telling people anything and, just adding on to those cards. But my butterflies that have been watching me for quite some time know that when it comes to my homemade cards, they the same cards that I always been using. Um, I made these cards like a while back, and I use these cards on many, many cases. And if you actually, follow me and subscribe, you would see me using the same deck, and you would get used to how the decks. You get used to the writing, the way I write, and the way the decks look. Okay, the writing style of each, message. So like I said, my butterflies know. I don't like just add to it. And when it comes to me shuffling, my deck is very thick. When it comes to me shuffling, I always say I can't control what comes out, but I can control what I share. All right? As far as me making sure that I'm not putting anything out there that's going to upset the family. I try to be mindful of that because I do know all information is not good information. But as you see, the deck is very thick, so I cannot force information to come out. Okay? I'm just led by the spirit. So I just want to put that out there. And it's the same way even when it comes to me using any other types of oracle decks or tarot, whatever the case may be. But anyway, getting back to Jules. She is a mother of three. Actually, she's a mother of four, but I think they said that one of her children had passed. So she has three living young children. And let me see. And she's from Weldon, Weldon, North Carolina. So that's all the information that I have, and she's still currently missing. She is still currently missing. So I want to go over these right here, and I do have an image picture of her boyfriend at the time. I have his picture also, and I want to look at his energies as well. But when I was looking into Jules' beautiful eyes, right, because the eyes are the ones for our soul, I was setting my intentions, Jules, what happened to you and where are you? Anyway, this is the energy that I have received right here. Okay, this is what I received right here. Now, this is what came out first. This is what came out first. This is the energy she was dealing with when it comes to this individual. Okay, carrying that devil energy. Disclaimer. Whatever you see and hear in this energy reading of the missing Jewels Sykes, it is not facts, it is allegedly, and this is for entertainment purpose only. And I also want to say much love to her family members because they did not ask me to do this reading. This is a labor of love because I care and I got time today. And I wanted to honor that request because my motto is trying to be the voice for the voiceless. And shout out to my subscribers, my butterflies, and my earth angels that supports me. All right, so thank you so much. If anybody would like to donate, you can hit that thank you button at the top. If not, just the fact that you're watching, I appreciate it. All I ask you, give me a thumbs up to support, this video and get Jewels' story out there, because she needs, well, everybody, lives matter, okay? And I just want to help get her story back out there more, because somebody knows something. So anyway, when I was shuffling, these two came out first. So I got the devil energy, okay? And I got natural disaster, but I do look for clues. When I see disaster, I think about all hell breaking loose, okay? All hell breaking loose. So anyway, I got here, none of this is in divine order, they're just random messages. I got here intuition. I think about ignoring the red flags. Not listen to that inner voice. I have here, like I kept saying, Jewel, what happened to you? Where are you? I got wooded area. Something about legal procedures. This could be a past energy that lit up to her disappearance, or this could be playing out in the now. I think about, court, but anyway, or legal matters. And I have the water element. This just lets me know that she could have been very emotional at the time, okay? And also, she could be in water or near water. As you see, I have two elements here. I have water. And I also have, the wooded area, okay? So she could be in woods, near water, or in woods where there's water around, and she could be in water. It's either one or the other, okay? But I'm getting these two very strongly, woods and water, okay? I'm also getting this. That's right. So whomever is playing a part in Jewels' disappearance, this person has a pattern to them, and I don't see it changing no time soon. It's just part of their nature, if you know what I mean. So anyway, I have here a serial killer. So this just lets me know they have done this before. I have here abuse and neglect. What's sent out to me is abuse. Like someone's abusing their power, or it can be a bigger person that's trying to manhandle or overpower someone that's, that they feel that they can. I have here, everything's allegedly now, okay? I'm just a messenger. And a lot of these messages are, I feel the loved one are going to find offensive and triggering. I apologize in advance. That's not my intention. I'm just here to be assistance and just let you see what I'm picking up on, but you don't have to receive it. Only receive those things that you choose to receive. Other than that, just don't receive the messages that may trigger you or upset you. Just don't receive it, okay? But I have to be transparent and tell it like I feel it, all right? And this ain't my first rodeo. I've done many readings like this for family. But anyway, this is what came out. And I have this. So it's a good chance she may not be with us. With God, all things are possible. I would love to believe that, whomever's playing the part of her disappearance, taking her, have her hidden somewhere, and she's still alive. I would love for that to be the case. And I don't mind being wrong if that's the case, But I'm getting this right here. Okay, so I also use my homemade crime deck, and I want to share with you what's coming out with that. This is saying underground. Now I can also get this if pertaining to a basement, cause that's like underground as well. But anyway, I am getting underground. I'm getting here house cleaning, cover up, red evidence. Pretty much somebody trying to cover their ass. I'm getting also question roommate, whatever that means. I don't know who I don't know who Jewels live with. It's pretty much anyone that's under the roof with her, okay? I'm also getting a well-known landmark in the area, whether it's a tower, a statue, a bridge, or a wall. So something about a well-known landmark. I'm getting location outside, but I'm going to tell you also, I'm still getting a location inside. You know, somebody can help somebody outside, but they're inside of something, okay? I'm getting here, being confronted, back off from me, leave me alone. I'm getting in the crossfire of others. It says others, beef and drama. And my butterfly know these cards have came out many a times in the past of me using them. So this is not me adding on, you know, to try to make it fit to the narrative. These are old cards that I have. I've had them for quite some time now. Surprise, unexpected visit, had or made. So it's saying that she either made a surprise, unexpected visit as far as visiting somebody, or somebody made a surprise, unexpected visit visiting her, all right? Or somebody just popped up. Dark hole space. Near railroad tracks. Something about railroad tracks. Question: when a family member throws stones and hides their back, whether it's on her family end or on the perpetrator family end, okay? It's just somebody that they can be tied to. Ignorance. I took something against my better judgment. It says bio parent. Now, I know they said she has 3 living children. I'm just wondering, the person she was seeing, does she have children with him? And I'm only saying that because if Jewels did not have children with him, I'm wondering what she's expecting. Just saying, okay? But anyway, I digress. Question bio parent. And if she didn't have children with him, maybe, you know, she may have confided in a bio parent. I'm not sure. Mental breakdown, stress, worry, anxiety. This is somebody stressing out. It has here abandoned building, so there could be abandoned building somewhere around. Sabotage, lure them out, set them up. So it looked like this was planned for some reason. But I'm going to be honest with you. Even though they're saying she was last seen with her boyfriend, I'm not really sensing just a one energy that's playing a part in this scenario. It could be somebody else in the know. That's all I'm saying. Possibly could have helped him out, but I'm getting it could be somebody else that's in the know. Okay. It has here sabotage, lure them out, set them up. Not alone, they are with someone as they know. So we're not looking at a stranger here. Being tempted. That's that devil energy. Making repeated offensive, not to be trusted. So this person was really a ticky time bomb, okay? Probably somebody that's easily to get upset. You have to walk on eggshells around them, okay? They discarded me like trash, throw away and abandon me. It says they. Now it could be one person, but it's saying they. Now this says mountains, hills, trees, lake. I don't know about the mountains, but I do know in North Carolina there are mountains. I'm not familiar with Weldon, North Carolina. It may be near, like headed towards the mountain areas like Asheville. I don't know. But anyway, it just says mountain, hills, trees, lakes. What stands out to me, of course, is trees. I think about wooded area. And possibly lake, because I am getting a water element. But still keep this in mind when it comes to hills, all right? And possibly maybe some mountains in the distance, but definitely woods and water I'm definitely getting, okay? Clue. 3 is a crowd. Hint. 3 is a crowd. Hint. I think about 3 party, all right? I think about somebody could be in the dark about the other, or maybe they know about the other. Let me say that again. I think about somebody is in the dark about the other, or they may know about the other. But when it comes to 3 as a crowd, somebody wants somebody out the way. Okay? That's all I'm saying. There, 3 as a crowd. Hint. Back trunk transported. New ideas set this plan in motion. So that lets me know this was pre-planned, okay? This was discussed. Well, whether this person was thinking this out on their own or they were discussing this with somebody. As far as, having somebody to help them. Feeling of disconnected from people and surroundings, lack interest. Here we go again. Came out twice. 3 is a crowd. It has here alert. Third party involved. Third party. So this is Jewels. Hold on. Let me go. Let me see. This is Jewels right here. Hold on. This is Jewels right here. This is the person that she was seeing, and it's somebody else that they could be seeing. Okay. Third party energy. Okay. Third party involved. Victim. And they got an arrow pointing. Joker suspect, that can be repeated. This is the end of the person she's seeing, and then it says other, and the other can be considered as a stranger, unbeknownst to her, or she may know about this other individual. All right, third party. It got here inside location, but like I said, I'm still getting outside because we're looking at wooded area, okay? But the inside can still be inside of something, where even if it's in water or underground, it's still inside, but it's outside, but it's inside. You get where I'm going with this. All right. Allegedly. Had an argument, not seeing eye to eye due to a disagreement. So, something jumped off, which caused a chain reaction, okay? A bumping head disagreements. Now, this says clue, trailer or tent. So, in this particular area, this is just a clue. It may be a trailer or tent in the area. Because we are looking at woods, right? So anyway, it says clue, trailer, or tent. And then be mindful, this, she went missing 2 years ago. So, I mean, who knows what's still around and what's not around. Now, let me say this also. I hate to say this, but it is true. You'd be surprised how when people do the unthinkable, they have ears to the street. They definitely have ears to social media. So, I'm going to say it. You never know. A lot, they do this to stay a step ahead. So, with that being said, yeah, people do move people. I ain't saying she been moved, but people can move people. Because they don't want to be caught, and they sure hell don't want their DNA tied to the scene or to the person. This was a crime of passion. This was personal to the sudden violence of anger. So, the spirit is saying that this was a crime of passion, and this was personal to the suspect, okay, as far as what went down. Now, I am getting this. It says tunnel, hole, the word hole again, tunnel, hole, dark, or well. I'm getting this energy also. Now, there are bridges that have, how do you say it? Bypass, like under the bridge. I'm not saying that this is the case, but remember, we did see well-known landmark. I think bridge was one of them. But anyway, under them, there are like bypass that look like this, and it's dark inside. But this says a tunnel or a well. It doesn't mean she's in one. She could be somewhere near something like this. But wherever, and like I said, this could be a clue, dark. Feeling numb, taking self-medication, drugs or alcohol. Unbalanced mental struggles. Location. Now, this is a kicker right here. When I was looking at Jewels' beautiful eyes, I kept asking the question, where is Jewels? What happened to Jewels? I got this. And this is a huge clue. Now, for instance, they said she was last seen with her boyfriend at the time. Where does he work? Does he have a job? Okay, what does he do? Where does he work? It's a location near the Joker home, not, I'm sorry, I said work, didn't I? I apologize. I got ahead of myself. I apologize. It's a location near the Joker home. But see, I don't know. Do he live with her? Or was he living somewhere else? Location near the Joker home, not far. So I would suggest for her loved one, they're watching, get a pen and a pad and write down notes as far as clues that came out. But anyway, location near the Joker, that would be the suspect, home not far. But now, if he acted alone, it would be the suspect. But if he had help, it can be near their home, okay? Near their home. It just depends on who this other person is that's in the know, okay? I just want to throw that out there. Strike now, no one's around, remote location. Playing with fire, caught up, okay? It's just the energy of running your feet to evil in the wide path, playing with fire and get burnt, okay? Due to finding yourself in a situation, hooking up with the wrong kind of individual, okay? But y'all get what this is saying, all right? Nothing against Jewels. But anyway, this says abandoned and alone. It just lets me know wherever she is, okay? Whether she's alive or whether she's not, body / remains. She was dropped off and abandoned, okay? Abandoned and alone. Allegedly, okay? Relationship drama, lovers or friends. Now, this is interesting. This came out. It has here a clue, a ribbon. Something about a ribbon. And see, a lot of times I don't share certain information because I know if people are watching, right, they'll remove this. Just saying. You know, those key things that I'm saying, look for, if they can remove it from the scene, they will. But just say something about ribbon. Now, is it an actual ribbon in the area? A lot of times they do that as a marker, okay? Or it's something about the word ribbon. So if ribbon is not playing a part as far as a marker or what she could be, it could be the word ribbon that's a clue, okay? The word ribbon, it can be a street. All I know is the word ribbon can be a clue. That's all I know. Trapped inside a vehicle trunk. And I got location, water. Of course, she's feeling very emotional on that day, but she also can be in water or near water. And don't forget, wooded area. And it looked like to me she was being harassed before all hell broke loose. Because it has here being paranoid. You are being threatened in some way. So to me she was being bullied and harassed before the unthinkable happened. Okay. So real quick, I want to pull up the boyfriend image. And just to see what I'm getting with their energies, okay, real quick. And let me see something. His name is Jason. He has a look to him, how can you say it? When I look at him, I see attachments. Anytime I'm doing readings on people and they are unbalanced, unstable, I see attachments attached to them. That means that they are known for being very negative thinking. Their actions are negative and low vibrational. And a person that's like that, they can easily receive attachments to them that can influence them in a negative way. It's sort of like being possessed. But anyway, I digress. It's like I'm looking at him, but it's something else there, if you know what I mean. But anyway. Alright, so let me go ahead and shuffle and just see what I'm getting with him. Father God, take the will. In the name of Jesus. The powerful Spirit leads me to all truth. Seeking clarity about the disappearance of Jewels Sykes. Looking at her boyfriend at the time energies. Show me the energies of Jason concerning the disappearance of Jewels Sykes. Show me the energy of Jason. Can't make that up. You see, it just popped out. But look at that. Look at that. It popped out. That's a couple. Now you can say this is the energy of Jason and Jewel, because they were considered as a couple at the time. Or it can be Jason and somebody else. Okay? That's playing a part in this scenario. Couple. Okay? Let me see what else. Now, this right here says beach. I look for clues. But as you see, there's water element in the distance. There's water element in the distance, and there's land over here, okay? There's land over here, and there's water element in the distance. I see this as a clue, but it does say beach. It has here neighborhood. And it has here the devil. Cover up. All I gotta say is something jumped out from the home, so there should be surveillance with the neighbors as far as who she left home with, or who is at her home. There should be surveillance if there are any neighbors within on that street block, you know, having cameras as far as seeing cars coming and going. Because authorities should be able to see cars. They might not see the tag, but they should be able to see the cars that are coming and going. Or maybe a neighbor close by might have a good image pointing towards where she lived. But see, I don't know if she lived in a actually house or apartment. I don't know that. All right, let's continue. Ask the question again. Show me the energy of Jason concerning the disappearance of Jewels. It has here run away. I feel like she was trying to get away from him. Show me the energy of Jason concerning the disappearance of Jewels. Excuse me. This says alive. Now, I would love for Jules to be alive. Let me just say that. And I don't mind being wrong, even though I'm feeling she's not. I feel like during the time when she was alive, the energies are getting ready to unfold and tell me a story, okay? So, during the time when she was with Jason, she was alive, okay? Let's continue. Hold on, I need to get some water. Hold on. It's just my mentions are repeating. It's just saying beach. But that's the water element and of course land over there. So the first bitch I got was alive, okay? Like I said, when she was alive, she was with him, okay? It has here cleanup. Somebody's trying to cover their ass. It has here healing. It has here cult. I think about secret groups. Okay. Hidden secret groups. Surveillance, as I stated. And I'm going to go ahead and show this anyway. He came back out, neighborhood. So, like I said, authorities know what they know. And they have their own evidence as far as... Cause this is I'm sure it's still an ongoing investigation. I just don't know if they are, still diligently, looking to this case, or is it standstill, who knows. But anyway, at the end of the day, according to the spirit, there's surveillance. There's some kind of surveillance, okay, with him on there and possibly Jewels. But anyway, there is surveillance in the neighborhood. So not only do we see clean up, but cover up as well. And I'm getting all of this just looking at him. The couple. Male. And yes, he is known for being on social media. And I'm sure they counterpart as well too. Social media. Secrets. Now this is interesting. It says unalive. I'm just gonna say unalive, but you can see the word, okay? I can't say the word. You gotta be mindful what you say on this platform. But he could be like this, if you know what I mean, okay? Most people are like this when they don't want to be locked up, especially, during time for the unthinkable, knowing they played a part in it, okay? Or maybe if she found, they may have it looking like she did this to herself, okay? But anyway, I'm just a messenger. It has here mind control. And once again, in the neighborhood. All right, I'm going to look at Jason. Where is Jewels? It came out so fast. Hold on. It just says gift. Like you offering somebody something. Receiving a gift, like you offering somebody something. But anyway. Where is Jewels? Lord, that energy getting real strong. My card just want to splatter everywhere. Where is Jewels? Where is Jewels? That's close. Where it says neighborhood. Wherever this neighborhood is at, it got surveillance. So, I know it's been going on 2 years, but, you got surveillance in the neighborhood. Where is Jewels? It has here justice. So I am praying that she gets justice, okay? But anyway, it has her justice. And maybe this could be his mindset, especially if he wanted to stick it to her. Okay, this could be his mindset also. Where is Jewels? I'm not getting a hit on that. It just says celebrity. I'm not getting a hit on that. Where is Jewels? It's saying beach, okay? Now the word beach could be a clue, just saying. But like I said, I'm getting water element as well as land. So you see water back there and you see land over here. And if you look real good in the distance, there are trees also in the distance. Now, I'm just going to say this hypothetically, the word beach could be a clue. You know, some streets have the word beach. And I'm only saying all of this because when I look back on a lot of the readings that I do on people, a lot of times them words are clues, okay? A lot of times them words are clues. And when interest starts to unfold and, you know, things come out, I'm like, you know what, I remember that word, but it came out, you know, in a way I didn't know there was a clue. But anyway, all I'm getting with this is the water element, okay, as well as land. So anyway, woods did come out, and also, well, wooded area did come out, and also water. So I'm gonna go ahead and say it again. It's a good chance you could be in the woods, near water, or woods inside of water, okay? Now see, it's saying boat, but that water element is there. The water element is there. And then it ain't like he owned a boat. Do he own a boat? Do he have a boat? If he don't own a boat or don't have a boat, nor his significant other, the water element is there. It is there. It is there. And that's just the back. But it also like somebody is held prison also. It says spouse or partner. That will stand out to me as partner. It says hidden. But that's the image of somebody lurking and watching, but they're hidden. Or they may have somebody hidden. And you do see the elements of earth, like, you know, bushes and all of that. That just says caregiver. Well, I think about caregiver, I think about a parent or somebody who's taking care of you. Something about fraud. So he may have some dealings when it comes to trying to con people, or just, you know, participating in fraud, period. This could be his background also. They got that mountain ear. They got that mountain element. Now let me say this also. If mountain is not playing a part in this scenario, the word mountains or mount could be a clue. I only say that because I did a reading a while back and mountains came out, and come finding out, not only did church come out, you know, some church called Mount something, okay? So with that being said, I just wanted to throw that out there. But anyway, maybe this is in the distance, all right? Maybe this is in the, it is a lot of hills and valleys and mountains in North Carolina, okay? Especially when you're looking towards Asheville and all of that, and other, you know, places. Accomplice, partner in crime. So see, he has somebody helping him. So it ain't just him. He You know, he had somebody, and it was like I said, it was planned, and they met up to discuss the plan. Okay, they met up to discuss, you know, how they were gonna do this. So, like I said, this was pre-planned, and plus they had a meeting. Missing. Out of this meeting, somebody went missing. You got inside. So for me to see inside, obviously they saying she was at home, all right, when all hell broke loose. So that's the inside. But now he could have taken her somewhere else, and she was inside another location inside, and then from there removed and transported to the final destination. Okay, but that's the inside. Remember we saw cult. See, he's tied to this too. That's his organized crime. He's tied to things like this also. And it's a cover-up. Couple. He had help. Neighborhood. Happened in the neighborhood. Or you could say she was lured. All right, lastly, by looking at him, because I've already let you all know my findings from what the Spirit is revealing to me concerning Jewels Sykes. It looks like she's in a wooded area. Now, I'm saying all of this if she hasn't been moved. It looks like she's in a wooded area. Either there's water nearby and she's in the water, or she's in a wooded area and there's water around, okay? Or she's near water, okay? That's what I'm getting. I'm getting the water element strong in this reading. I'm getting it real strong in this reading. So I'm going to use my homemade deck. I just want to look at him and see what's going to come out. And I'm going to end this reading. And what I'm doing, I'm looking at James, and I'm setting my intentions, you know, what he may know about Jewels' disappearance. That's all I'm doing. And see, for instance, if he has nothing to do with it, I would get like other information about him, other background information about him. It would be less information about where she could be at, and you know, but I would definitely get the dynamic of him and Jewels. I can get that also, as far as their relationship. This deck is very thick, so I'm just adding on to it as I go. Look, I can't make this shit up. Look what just came out. It just came out. Location, water. Go back and rewind and look how these just slid out. You know what the Spirit wants everybody to know. Trapped inside a vehicle trunk. And something about a ribbon. Possibly in the location that she may be. Or the word ribbon can be a clue. So I'm going to leave these out because her guys definitely want, I mean like her spirit guides, they definitely want, you know, this information to be out there. So I'm going to leave it there. So what he may know about her disappearance. Sorry for the background noise. It just says clue near airport. It says clue now, clue. This is his background: embezzlement, theft, stealing. Everything's allegedly here, but I'm just a messenger. Con/scam, getting over the people and police. Question, are they really missing false event? I do look at clues, so I feel like, you know, if James is actually playing a part in Jewels Sykes disappearance, like many suspects, they leave cookie crumbs as far as trying to throw the authorities and the public off. His energy comes off as a con. So that being said, I feel like he's been gaslighting the public and the authorities when it comes to evidence. Okay, it's a good chance evidence is scattered, but also he's coming off as a con as well, trying to get over on people. Near or on one of their family member property hidden. Now, boy, this is a good clue right here. But is it his family member or his third party that's playing a part in this? Somebody that he probably was seeing as well, or their family, or their property, or their family member property. It says near or on one of their family member property hidden. Now that says cross path with a stranger, but I'm sensing that the stranger could be the other person of interest, unbeknownst to Jewels. That's just my take on that. Something about a bus station. Maybe he passed a bus station or something while he was traveling. That's just saying underground again. This just says clue near lakes or rivers and swamps. It says alligators. I'm getting water, period, okay? So it's a good chance she could be near water. I'm going to say it like that, okay? Because in North Carolina, I don't know anything about any alligators in North Carolina. I haven't heard anything about anything like that. It has here domestic abuse history. Corruption, dishonest or fraudulent conduct by those in power, dishonest dealings, person or group. I'm not getting a strong hit on that. I'm going to reshuffle. I'm going to read what it say, okay? But I'm not getting a strong hit on it. It just says hidden secret room behind walls. But I'm not getting a strong hit on that. Deception, false event, question everything. So, when I get this energy, is something off about this case. Everything really depends on the narrative, as far as what was put out there about this case. Not saying it didn't go down the way they're saying it went down, but it's something off in this case. That's all I'm going to say. Close by, in the area. Let me read that again. Close by, still in the area, less than 10 miles away. Now, she could be less than 10 miles away from her actual home, where they say she was last, where she last as far as was last seen, as far as being with Jason. Um, my thing is something off about this case. I mean, could it be 10 miles away from her home or his home? But whatever the case may be, it's still not that far. And remember, we did see not that far from where, from his, what was it, from his home, I believe. So where does he live? See, I don't know. Did Jason live with her? Because if that's the case, it would be within a 10-mile radius of that. And all the clues that I have given out follow the breadcrumbs. But my thing is, what bothers me a lot is it's going on 2 years now. But we know with God all things are possible. But that's what bothers me, because they had plenty of time to clean up. The message said cover up, clean up. So they been, not just him, but whoever tied to him, been covering their tracks the whole time. And see, I don't even know if she was moved. I don't know. So far, I have not received that message. But anything that may be tied to him that could lead to him, it looked like, all this time, not only just him, but whoever that he's tied to that's been helping him, they've been cleaning up their tracks. As far as, leading to her, it would be really for him to come clean and say where she is, or find out who he was seeing, the other person, and question question them, for the authorities to question them. Oh, boy. The back was just saying near a street name of an animal, a street that may have an animal name. But then you still have to look at the fact, well, and I'm going to say that allegedly, but the back just saying clue near a street name of an animal. Okay, so if you could think of any kind of animal with a name of an animal, if you could think of a street that, and I'm saying allegedly now, okay, because it was in the back, but a lot of times the back have clues too, that have a street name of an animal within a 10-mile radius, plus lining up with the clues that has came out in this reading. Alright, this is beautiful Jewels Sky right here. What I'm going to do is go over my notes, and these are just additional information that I'm led to share, okay? So just bear with me. Make sure you give me a thumbs up. This will help. It's not for me, but it will help to bring more awareness to Jewels Sky story, okay? It's going on 2 years now, so let's show her some love, and also support for her family. My heart go out to them. I wish this on nobody. And let me go ahead and get started, okay? These are just notes that I've jotted down that I'm getting a strong hit on, okay? And a lot of it don't make sense to me, but hopefully it'll make sense to somebody. Alrighty. We're going over my notes. I'm getting a hit on 11 weeks. That means something, okay? I'm not saying she was expecting, but it means something. Okay. I'm getting a hit on off, highway, road, backwoods. I'm getting a hit on the word tank, T-A-N-K. It means something. And I'm not saying she's in a tank. It can just be the word, okay? That can be a clue. I'm getting a hit on ran away, possibly from, trying to get away from the perpetrator. From home, premeditated. Crime, crime of passion, family, partner, lover, pushed, dragged, lake, swamp, detour. I don't know if he had car issues. I'm getting something about something with a tire. Um, and I'm wondering, did she have a smartwatch? But anyway, something can be tracked. Well, definitely back then, something would definitely could have been tracked. I got watch, being watched, dead end. I am getting a hit on stabbing. Just saying, okay. Getting a hit on dead end road, hiding. Illness. It could be mental illness. Spying. I am getting hit on a Jeep, like an SUV or in a truck. I'm getting hit on the color white, brown, red, black. I'm getting hit on Monday, Wednesday. It's just something significant about those days. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and Sunday. I'm getting hit on those. I'm getting hit on 20 minutes. I'm getting hit on clothes removed. I'm getting hit on camper. Something about a camper. And allegedly, if she was ended up in a woody area, there are like places where people, have campers and stuff like that. But anyway, I'm getting hit on clothing removed. I'm getting hit on close by, neighborhood. I'm also getting a hit on unborn. And something about the head area. I'm getting a hit on, I am getting a hit on, let's see. So, when it comes to the state, she's still within the state. She's not outside of the state at all. I'm getting a hit on south. I'm getting a hit. So, there was definitely some traveling, because I'm getting a hit on south, east. I'm definitely getting a hit on east, but I'm getting a hit on south, east. Also, I'm getting a hit on northeast and southeast. So, but I'm mainly getting a hit on east. I'm getting a hit on. I don't know why I'm getting hit on. I don't know why teens is coming to me, but the word stranger, that could be the other person. I do feel like he will end up going to jail. I'm getting a hit on child abuse and also being harassed, bullied. I'm getting a hit on sorrow ahead. I feel like he will be prosecuted. I'm getting a hit on authorities turn a blind eye for whatever reason. I'm getting hit on wooded area, off a walking trail, outside of the road, so he could have made a stop. Or outside the road could be throwing evidence. Cause remember the gaslighting. I'm also getting a hit on job related. So, I'm not sure what that means. Let me just say that. I'm not sure what that means because I'm getting a hit on employment. Something about job related. So, I'm getting a hit on park, possibly a nature park. But anyway, I'm getting a hit on dragged on the ground, impaired. So she could have ingested something. I'm getting a hit on doing drugs. I'm getting hit on the word thug and also a con artist. Something about some kind of offer. And this could be his background energy. I'm getting something about soul for profit, but that could be his background energy as far as things that he were that he has been known to take part in. Because according to the spirit, he's been locked up before. I am getting hit on child abort. I can get that if she was expecting, and if she was taken out, the child would have been taken out also, or she could have had a miscarriage, whatever the case may be. I'm getting hit on unwanted child, whatever that means. I'm getting a hit on giving to someone they know, question neighbors, laying low, scattered evidence. I'm getting hit on trash. I'm getting hit on tattoos. So he may have tattoos. I'm getting hit on the word drown and behind. And she may not have been a drown, but well, I can't get that if you're drowning your emotion or on bodily fluids. I can get that. I'm getting a hit on. I am getting a hit on shed. So it may be some kind of little sheds around in that area as well, and backyard. I'm getting a hit on abandoned house. Back road, no street lights. So I think about country road when it comes to no street lights, and rocky roads. So I think about country roads. Cause most country roads, no, there are no street lights, and they also the roads are rocky. So the word rock is a clue. I mean rocks. That's a clue. I am getting also something about possibly strangled. I'm getting a hit on. I'm getting hit on construction. Now, normally when I get a hit on construction, a lot of time when people are found is due to a construction worker. But see, I don't know his background as far as what he do for a living. I'm getting hit on partnership. I'm getting hit on pedophile. I'm getting hit on stalking. I'm getting hit on hitman. So he may have that as a background as well. Okay, I'm getting that in his energy also. Uncommitted, participating in unlawful acts, attending bars. The energy of rejected. So she may have rejected him, and I'm getting something about a false event. So something is off in this case. Something definitely off in this case. I'm also getting hit on being bound. Okay, something about CPS, and I'm also getting a hit on suitcase and digging. I'm getting a hit on. I am getting in the fire element as well. That can be like destroying evidence. I'm getting hit on mountains, feels trapped. I'm getting hit on partners in crime, friend. This is so sad. I feel like the background energy, struggling financially, in debt. I'm getting hit on losses. I'm getting hit on after children. And I'm not saying that she was stabbed, but the energy of a weapon, I am getting that. And I'm definitely getting a hit on 2 when it comes to suspect. So somebody's definitely in the know and playing a part with the cover up. Let me just say that. I believe she would be found, but it would be in the Most High God divine timing. And something personal of hers probably will be found also. And maybe they found it already. I don't know why I feel like she can be tracked though. Tracking location. But I am getting something about behind a wall. I'm getting a hit on cleanup. Something happened. I'm getting a strong hit on the bedroom and the bathroom. Okay, so it's been 2 years now, and I don't know how long he's been out before he was locked up, and I don't even know if he's still locked up. But the point I'm trying to make is, if I'm getting a hit on bedroom and the bathroom, it's a strong factor. A lot of that evidence could have been cleaned up. I'm getting a hit on bridge. And I'm getting hit on State Park, just a park period, wooded area, hidden inside. Um, and I don't know why grandparents is coming to me. Her grandparents or possibly his grandparents. Because remember, we also looking at, she could possibly be on somebody's property. But anyway, I'm getting a hit on off a highway. And something was pawned too. I'm getting a hit on something about an earring. And I'm also getting a hit on was drugged. I'm getting a hit on hit and run too, whatever that means. Obviously she was transported by a vehicle. And it is something about the vehicle. I don't know if the vehicle been in a wreckage before. Maybe she was transported in a vehicle that's been in a wreckage before. That's something to look for also as far as when it comes to his vehicle or the other person of interest. I'm getting a hit on made a U-turn, something about a fork in the road. And this is definitely was a selfish act. Let me just say that. I'm almost finished. I'm just looking over the notes. And I was getting a hit on military background. I just don't know who has that as a background. But I am getting hit on stomach, having stomach pains. I'm getting a hit on the fool and somebody that's a trickster and somebody might snitch. Okay, I'm getting a hit on. He's been tied to group members. So definitely living that street life. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm not sensing she's with us family, but like I said, with God, all things are possible. She was definitely experiencing abuse and being harassed. And I don't know why laborers coming to me, like laborers, like workers, laborers. I'm getting a hit on with a friend, with a stranger. And I feel like money was withdrawn also from an ATM. Not saying her money, but most likely on that day, possibly. I'm getting something about with the relative. Now I'm getting with the relative. I'm not really sure what that means unless she's not with us and she's with a loved one. Cause grandparents is coming to me. I'm getting a hit on caught cheating. So I don't know if that's what the situation could have been about as far as her and her boyfriend falling out. I'm getting a hit on partner and girlfriend. I'm getting hit on coming in, question kids, question child. I'm getting hit on roommate and going out, question dad, whatever that means. Somebody hearing arguments, passing out. Something. I feel like she was hit and jumped on. If you know what I mean. And possibly a syringe could have been used on her. And I'm also getting a hit on something about a brother. Now I don't know if she has a brother or the person of interest may have a brother. And something about I ain't gonna say he's schizophrenic, but I'm getting like hearing voices in the head. Remember, I said I look at him, I see like other spirits around him, like he has like attachments to him. So anyway, I wouldn't be surprised if he was hearing voices. But anyway, I'm getting a hit on rug. So a rug could have been used also. And I'm getting a hit on a baby boy, whether it's unborn or possibly one of her children. But I'm getting okay. I'm gonna say this real quick. Okay. I don't know how Jewels moving out here in the streets or just moving out here. Nothing against Jewels, okay? But the fact that I was getting caught cheating, I don't know if she caught him cheating as far as somebody sent a picture or he found out she was seeing somebody else. But I'm getting something about a rapper. I don't know why a rapper is coming to me. But anyway, the energy also I'm getting is somebody known for smoking cigars and smoking weed, and I'm going to say it, something about a music artist, but it could be somebody she knows. And then, like I said, the beach is still coming to me, beach. But like I said, it could be the word, and I do look for clues. So, like I said, the water element and also land. And I feel like authorities know what they know when it comes to collecting evidence. You know, they're holding on to it for whatever reason. Maybe they're stacking up evidence. And I'm still getting a hit on the word boat. I just am. I'm still getting a hit on that as well. So for whatever reason, and I'm going to say this also, I'm going to say this also now. This is a rabbit hole, but I'm getting a hit on police note inside details as well. I'm getting a hit on dirty officer inside nose. Knows what I said. Dirty officer inside nose. I feel like this person is tied to gangs, groups. I feel like she was set up. And I'm still getting dad knows something about dad. Um, and I don't know why. Let me see. Yeah, yeah. That person is tied to unlawful acts, gangs, and stuff. But anyway, playing with fire, playing with evil. I'm getting that as well. Um. Someone feels you owe me. Uh, in debt. Demand a ransom. So like I said, that person has like a con type energy to them. You're trying to get over on people. Uh, Now I'm also getting a hit on look-alike also. So I don't know if due to the fact she's been missing, people may have said, "Well, I seen her over here," and it may be somebody that looked like her, but it wasn't her. I'm getting that energy also. And I'm gonna say this also. I'm getting underground tunnel. I'm getting a hit on that as well. So, like I said, that could be due to what this person was into. 'Cause I do feel like she was running from them. Now, the fact that we saw that tunnel message, it did say dark tunnel hole, and it said well. But I'm also getting a hit on mine cave. Like how some mountains have like caves, and it's dark. You know, you'd be surprised when people get desperate, the things that they would do, the way they would put people. But I'm just letting you know, I'm getting a hit on that. I'm getting a hit on a dark hole, a cave, and also possibly a dark mind cave. I'm just letting you know what I'm getting. So all I'm saying is, wherever beautiful Jewels Sykes is, she's somewhere hidden very well. That's all I'm saying. She's somewhere hidden very well. And like I said, it's been 2 years, so um, mm, it's been 2 years. I'm also getting false messages online. Stole something about stolen identity, and the energy of somebody feel like, give me what you owe me. They want their money. And I'm also getting the energy of somebody running from their obligations. Um, Jules was definitely in danger, and I'm getting hiding from someone. And if she had fallen, she was injured and couldn't get up. And I feel like she's covered up, but I'm still getting in water. Okay, so like I said, she's either in water or she's somewhere where there's water around. So to sum it all up, Jules could be either in a wooded area where there's mountain and hills in the background, and there could be a possible a lake. Okay, because I'm getting a hit on hiding from someone and betrayed by friends. And I'm getting a hit on a jealous man, and also I'm getting hit on. She was throw. I'm getting hit on construction worker too. But anyway, I'm definitely getting a hit on like somebody like trying to throw you in something. Okay, lastly, I'm getting foul play. Um, I'm getting she was set up. I'm still getting hit on mountains. I just am. And I'm getting hit on this the zodiac sign of a Sagittarius. Possibly queer. I mean, not. Hold on, let me get it right. I'm getting hit on the zodiac sign Sagittarius. I'm also getting hit on a Taurus, and I'm getting a hit on a Gemini, and possibly uh, Taurus. I said Sagittarius. That's the main one. That's Sagittarius, and possibly um, possibly like Aries as well. But I'm getting a strong hit on a Sagittarius and a Taurus. And I'm also getting a hit on an agent, a person who acts on the behalf of another person. So it's somebody that's around with ears to the streets, ears to social media. Agent is definitely around that, you know, that's playing a part as far as trying to, collect evidence, trying to be in the know, trying to get close to people. I'm definitely getting a hit on the agent, okay? So be mindful of that. And something about an offer and a deal, but I feel like it was a bad deal. Whatever that means. So that arrested energy. I just hope that whatever that they find on a person, a suspect, they'll be able to stick it to them. Um, because I do see the energy of a grand jury. I definitely see that. And I feel like there's clues on her phone as well. And as I stated earlier, she was being threatened. And she was definitely seeking financial security. All right. Woo, I tried to give it my all because I would not be revisiting this reading again. This was a doozy. I'm sending love to the family. I'm so sorry that what y'all are going through. I wish this on nobody. Uh, I'm sending Jewels family, my prayers with you. Sending you all love and light. Keep fighting a good fight, and let's all send Jewels Sky love her way, okay? Whether she's still with us or not, I'm not sensing it, but still send her lots of love and light her way, and just pray that she gets justice, okay? But this case was a doozy, and but it was a labor of love, and thank you to that sister that brought this case to my attention. Thank you. But I won't be visiting this case anymore. It's also, to me, it's also a rabbit hole, and a rabbit hole, I don't care for those cases because I see the energy that's in it. I don't like it. It's dark, and not only that, it's just the energies of this individual. I don't like the energy, and I don't like what they are tied to. They are tied to some gangster like activity, and other people that they can be tied to. And the fact that I'm seeing authorities turning a blind eye, that ain't helping the situation at all. That lets me know that this case is slow going or not at all. Let me say that again. That lets me know that this case is slow going or not at all. So yeah, authorities turning a blind eye. They can let me know even when people have tips. It's still really going on deaf ears. They're not really taking the tips all that seriously. But like I said, with God all things are possible. With two or more in the midst, God's source is there, and is moving on behalf of those that are, coming together on one accord, and seeking help, if you know what I mean, okay? Seeking God's attention. So with that being said, prayers to the family. Thank you guys for watching. Give me a thumbs up to bring more awareness to Jewels' case. And bye for now. And shout out to that sister that brought this case to my attention. Thank you so much. Love and light.